This is a body scan of an obese individual and a healthy individual. According to the Center of Disease Health Control, obesity is defined as an individual whose body mass index is greater than 30, which basically means that they are 30 pounds overweight the recommended weight for their height. Obesity is an incredibly physically and mentally harmful disease. The National Institute of Health has found links between obesity and liver disease, coronary heart disease, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, and the like. Overall, obesity is a huge problem in today's society, affecting one's health, happiness, and opportunities in life. Hopefully, by the end of my speech, you will agree that it is a danger, but that there are ways it can be prevented and that you'll apply these ways in your own life. First, obesity does physical harm to one's body. The National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute found links between obesity and the diseases discussed in my introduction, but they also found an increase in the mortality rates of an obese individual. Obese individuals' mortality rates increases by 50% than those who aren't, which basically means that the more obese you are, the shorter your life will be. Not only does obesity affect you physically, but it also affects you mentally. Fabricator and Wadden with the diabetes spectrum wrote that 23% of obese women have attempted suicide. So a quarter of all obese women want to kill themselves, and that is extremely saddening and extremely depressing. Also, adults with type 2 diabetes are 50 to 250% more likely to have depression than those who aren't. These mental and physical health also together limit the opportunities that an individual can have. A series of scientists published a review in the International Journal of Occupational Safety and Ergonomics, in which they basically found that obese individuals have reduced immobility, tougher joint problems, they have a harder time walking, they have a harder time sitting and standing multiple times in a row. Basically, any job that requires manual labor or upper body lifting, like waitressing or even being a leader in a company, it's almost impossible for an obese individual to do. And this is extremely depressing because an individual who's struggling with obesity has severe limitations in what they can do with their life and the happiness that they can have and the productivity they can have in their work life. So what does all of this mean? Well, obesity is a problem, yes, but it can be prevented. There is hope. The St. John Providence Health System has a website where they list all the different ways that obesity can be prevented. Basically, it's all with the basics. Eat healthy and exercise. Eat fresh fruits, eat vegetables, eat whole grains, avoid saturated fats, avoid sugar content, avoid high sodium, and exercise. Go for a walk, jog. You need to get at least 40 minutes of physical activity 3 to 5 times a week. So whatever is most comfortable for you, do it. Exercise. If you're like me and you have always struggled with your weight, don't give up and keep going. I know there was a point in my life where I did struggle with being overweight, but I did what it took because I realized that it was about my heart and it was about my health, and it wasn't about how I looked, but it was about how I felt. I wanted to live long enough to see my children. I wanted to play with my children. I wanted to live long enough to see my grandchildren. And overall, that's what being healthy is about. Obesity can be prevented one individual at a time. So whatever it takes for you to get out there and be healthy, I hope that you are at this point motivated to at least do what it takes to be healthy for yourself, to be healthy for your family, and respect yourself, because the human body is a piece of art and it should be taken care of and it should be protected and it should be respected. So I hope that you have found enough motivation to do this for yourself.